One. I hope this is recording. Oh, I think we're live. Great. So what I want to do is another in our How to Speak About series. This series is, the goal is to give you as much vocabulary as you can get in situations you have to deal with all the time. So common situations. Everyone turn off your microphone just to start the class with, okay? Make sure your microphones are off. I'm going to do just a quick introduction for people who don't know me, and we're going to jump right into the class. So, I'm going to have to mute someone here. I don't know who it is. I'm going to mute you temporarily, Alex. And I'm going to mute you, Leandro, temporarily. Yes, Leandro, I was getting a lot of noise. So you can turn the microphone on in just a moment. But first, let me just say that my name's Jon-Eric. I'm from New York City. I'm now in Europe, so I'm hanging out from Lisbon, Portugal. And the people that are in class right now are premium members, and I want to say that that is a great idea. I think you should do this. If you're not sure whether or not you want to pay, no problem. Send out a few invitations. You'll get reservations. It gets you in class. In the first 2 minutes, I have more speaking time with you. I get to know you. That lets me cater the class to your needs, and it makes it a little bit easier to teach you what you need to know. So it's really good for me improving as a teacher, and it's good because you learn more. Anyway, and you can try it out for free, so give it a shot. Also, I mentioned in the last class you can leave me feedback. Even if you're not in the class, you can, if you're in the chat room, you can always go to leave feedback to let me know what you think about a class or anything like that. And of course, you can find me on Facebook, which is on the left side of the screen on my profile page. Okay, that's my introduction. So, Leandro, I remember you. You're still from Brazil. I remember you. You were in the last class. Amar, welcome back. I saw you come in at the end of the last class.
Yeah, hi.
Same car as before.
Yeah, this is my car. I'm not change my car every day.
Yes, yes. You should, though. I mean, have a white one for Monday, a red one for Tuesday. You should think about that.
I try Cadillac 1994. I try Subaru Impreza. I try Legacy 2004 or 2006, and I try Mazda Zom 6, and this car. I have this car.
How many cars do you have?
No, I buy him and maybe 5 months or like this, and I
you sell them?
Sell him, yeah.
You fix them up and sell them, or you just buy them and sell them? Are they?
No,
do they leave you better or worse than you got them?
No, I buy him and use him maybe 5 months, 6 months, then I sell him.
Okay, so let me get this straight. You buy a car, you destroy it by racing, drag racing at night, running over old women or whatever you do, then you sell it before the police catch up with you, and that's how you make a living. Am I right?
No.
Something like that? No. Okay.
No, actually, my dad, this is from his money, not mine.
Oh.
Yeah.
I have to meet your dad. Okay, sounds great. By the way, Leandro, turn on your mic. Let me just hear how it sounds now.
Yeah, I turned on.
Okay, great.
Is that okay now?
Yeah, it sounds great. Before there was a lot of noise.
Okay.
I want to do a quick hello to people that I don't know. I remember Yarik. I remember you from before. Hi, Yarik. Welcome back.
Hi, teacher.
Hey, okay, there you go. Minnie, you have a different picture? No. Is that?
No, it is the same picture.
Okay. For some reason, I remember you with a different picture, but maybe there's a different Minnie.
Maybe.
Not sure. Where are you from?
I am from Turkey originally, but I live in USA.
Oh, really? Where in the States?
Vermont.
In Vermont? Wow.
Yes.
Is it snowing there?
Thanks God, not today.
Not today.
Yeah, not today. Maybe tomorrow it will start again.
Okay. Vermont. So that's not too far from where I lived. I lived in New York, and anything above New York City, we call that upstate. So Canada is upstate, Vermont's upstate. Anything that is not New York, we just call upstate. So you were upstate. Because in New York, we think the world is New York. That's why we divide the world between New York and upstate. A quick hello to Laura. Hello, Laura Larissa.
Hello, teacher. Hello,
Hey.
everybody.
Hey, where are you from, Laura?
Hello.
I'm from Russia.
You're from Russia. Russia's a big
Yes,
place.
I live. Yes, very big, the biggest in the world, and I live in the south of Russia.
You live in the south. Okay, fantastic. I want to do a quick hello to people that I don't know. So we said hello to Leandro 1. Let's say hello to Leandro 2. Leandro Nerd? Is that right? Is that your last name?
So.
What's your real name?
Oh, I don't know. I like to.
Well,
How
why
can I
don't
say?
we've got two Leandros. We've got Leandro Nunes and we've got Leandro Nerd. Look next to you.
Okay, sorry.
Who is Leandro Nerd? Talk to us.
I am from Brazil, Nerd, and my nickname here.
Why are you a nerd, Leandro?
Nerd.
Hey, listen, Leandro, nerds are cool these days. Being a nerd is a cool thing now. You're cool.
Yes. Thank you.
In the old days, not so cool. Today, you rock if you're a nerd. So say, so your name should be Leandro I Rock, okay?
Okay.
Think about that. We could do a whole thing. I could be your agent. I've got a future for you. Okay, let's go to Antonina. Is that right?
Yes, hi.
Hey, Antonina. Where are you from?
I'm also from Russia.
You're also from Russia.
Yeah.
So that means you must know Laura.
Oh, probably not. Russia is a very big city.
Oh, she said that. She said it was very big. Oh, okay. I thought maybe you all knew each other, but I was wrong.
No.
And Alex, you joined us. I saw you come in the class late last time, so now you're here. Hello, Alex.
Yes, hello. I used to be Brainy Man, but I changed my nickname.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Yeah, I took a note. I took a note somewhere. I wrote, where's my notes? I lost my notes. I have to open my notes because I need them for class. Wait, let me go back to my notes. Where are my notes? I wrote Alex Brainy. Yes, okay.
Yes.
And I forgot already. Okay, so we've got everyone here. Let's get started. Make sure you open the PDF. The link is on the main page of Verbling under live classes in today's class. You also have my teacher info there if you want to get in touch on Facebook or whatever. It's all there in the other link. But for now, open that first one and let me I'm going to share my screen. Last time I had a little bit of trouble sharing my screen, so hopefully this time it'll work. Oh, I don't think it's going to work. Let me try again. I don't think it's going to work today. Oh, wait. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Okay, yes, there we go. Now you can see it. Oh, and just one thing. It's better to have your microphone off when you're not speaking, because even though you can't hear the noise, everyone else can. So everyone, make sure your microphone is off when you're not speaking, okay? Okay, thanks a lot. So, how to give advice. We're going to focus on advice words and expressions, and the situation in particular is going to be giving advice about social media, about using networks. I'm still getting some noise from somebody. Make sure your mic's off. Make sure your microphones are off. That's better. Okay, great. Sorry about that, but it's just because the way Google designed the Hangout, you can't hear yourself, but everyone can hear you. So you might not even realize that it's loud on our side. I'm gonna try to, I don't know if I can make this bigger. But anyway, if you follow along the PDF, I can't really make this any bigger. How to give advice about social networks. So, let's start off here on page 2. In this lesson, you will learn to use modal verbs to give advice. First of all, quickly, what's a modal verb? Do you know? Anyone know? Give me some examples. You can write in the chat box or you can speak.
Can, might, could, should.
Excellent. So we want to get beyond the basics if we can. Those are the basic ones like would, could, and should. And we're going to see if we can use some expressions that get beyond the basics. I don't know why my screen share is turning on and off. Wait, where am I? There I am. Okay, looks like it's working. For me, it keeps blinking on and off. So, how often do you go to social networking sites? Oh my God, what a stupid question. But let's answer it anyway.
Every day?
Every day. Yeah,
Every
me
day.
too. So only one person uses social networking? Just one person?
Every day.
Yes, the same for me. Every day.
Okay, what are some ones? What are your favorites, and which ones do you avoid? Let's start off with you, Alex, because you didn't have a chance to talk too much last time. What are your favorites, or which do you tend to avoid?
My favorites are wiki.com and Facebook.
Wiki? Wiki.com? What is that?
Yeah, wiki.com. That's
You mean Wikipedia?
Russian.
Oh,
No,
it's
that's
Russian.
Russian.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. And I avoid Twitter.
You avoid Twitter. Why is that?
Yeah, I don't like that. I don't know.
You know,
I don't think it's useful.
I kind of here's the thing. I don't. I like the idea of social media. I like the idea, but I really don't like most of the venues of social media. We used the word venue in the last class, but Twitter is the one that I actually like for some reason. I think that's the one that works the best because it's short. You have to really say what you want to say in just a few characters, and there's a lot of, I don't know, ideas get exchanged quickly. That's the only one that I really like out of all the things that are out there. Just a quick question. What is Wiki like? What is that like? Wiki.com or wiki.ru?
You can put it on your web browser, wiki.com, and check out, sign up.
Oh, I know I can do that, but I want to hear you describe it. Because this is English class.
That's like Facebook, almost the same, but some differences, yeah. It's just for Russians and for post-Soviet Union, maybe.
Okay, so people who speak Russian.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's another social media venue or website. Okay, social networking. Okay, some other ideas. What are the ones you like? What are the ones that you tend to avoid? What about you, Laura? What do you think?
Facebook is my favorite social network. I like Facebook more, and some Russian networks too.
This wiki.com, do you know it? You like that one?
Of course, I know. Yes, and this network is suitable for watching movie too, and like this, listening to music.
Okay, a little bit like MySpace, maybe.
Maybe.
MySpace, I don't know if anyone uses it anymore. Antonina, what's this VK? What is that?
Well, I'd say that it's exactly like Facebook, only in Russian.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So
it's only Russian network.
Well, it's not only Russian network. You can actually register there, even if you are from some other countries. They have a multilingual interface, so people can connect easily. But mostly there's only Russian people. Yes, it's true.
So is it if something is exactly the same in computer language, we call that a clone. Is it a clone of Facebook?
Yeah, originally it was a clone, yeah.
Mostly, yes.
And so has it developed in some way? Has it changed?
Yes.
You know, I don't really use Facebook.
Me neither. I hate Facebook.
Me too.
I use it constantly. I only use it for verbling. For verbling, it's perfect. It's fantastic. But for anything else, I can't stand it. But I don't want to talk about me. I want to talk about you. Leandro, what do you think? Your favorite and least favorite?
My favorite is Facebook because my all friends have Facebook.
Yeah, that's the problem, right? Everyone has it. That's the problem.
Yeah.
Venfo, why can't you? I'm sorry. Oh, finish up, Leandro. Sorry. Continue.
Yeah, I just have Facebook. A long time ago, I had a Orkut, but it's just Facebook now. I don't meet another website.
Arkut, you were the only one using that. No one uses that.
Yeah.
You're the only one.
Yes,
I think
it's just it.
I think when Google was thinking about whether or not to cut that, they were like, well, Leandro's using it, so let's just let him, he's happy, so we'll keep it. Why do people, Laura's asking, why do people hate Facebook? I can tell you why I hate it. Why do you hate it? This is for the group.
I don't have.
Who said they like it? Who said they like it?
Me, Laura said.
Laura, okay, why do you like it? Besides the fact that everyone's using it, why do you like it?
I don't know why some people hate it. I like it because it's very comfortable, and if problems, I heard that some people said, "Oh, people can see my photos and read what I write," but you can change setting. You can divide your friends, and not all people see your information. It's very
so
nice.
we call that a privacy issue. Privacy is an issue there, right? Privacy.
Yes.
There are some people are worried about privacy issues. That is one reason why I don't like it. That's exactly one reason.
Me too.
Who said me too? Sorry, I can't see who's speaking.
Mina.
Mina, okay. Talk about it. Talk about some of the drawbacks of Facebook and privacy, or whatever.
I don't like Facebook. One of the big reasons is that the privacy issue. Even though you block some friends, every time they change their security and privacy setting, and I am the not tech person, and I cannot figure out all the time.
I'm not a very technical person. I'm not very technical.
I am not a very technical person.
Right.
And sometimes people put everything on the Facebook. This is too much. And I don't want to see their private life every second, and that is the reason I don't like the Facebook.
Okay.
Yes, true.
Keep going, Fanfo.
I have a reason also. Usually people get in Facebook to have a new friends. That is not isn't an enough reason to for Facebook.
It isn't. By the way, in English we have a special expression. It isn't reason enough to do something. It's an expression. Isn't reason enough to do something like this in the chat window. But that isn't reason enough to use Facebook. Isn't reason enough. Does anyone disagree with her? Because I think that is absolutely one of the reasons that it's so popular, because it's like an easy way to meet people, especially when you're not in a place that's easy to meet people, or if you're shy.
And also, if I have enough friends around me in real life, I don't need to have an account in Facebook to get new friends. I use the account for a purpose, like getting in verbal link sites.
Yeah, me too.
Otherwise, no.
And Antonina, what were you saying there about the government?
Yes. Well, on the terms of use that you have to accept when you are creating an account on Facebook, there's a point where they say that everything you post, all the information, can be accessed by USA government if they will need it.
Take a look in the chat window. We call that the small print.
Okay.
The small print.
Nobody reads this, of course.
And that's the whole point. It's the small print because no one reads it. It's so small that everyone misses it.
Yes,
but you're absolutely right.
You can write something stupid, like something that can compromise you, and it will be accessible by government.
Compromise? Not the right word. A better word than compromise. Or a better expression. You or anyone. Not compromise, but it's the right idea, but not the right expression. Anyone? Help her out.
Compromise means compromise.
Compromise is the right idea, but it doesn't sound that natural in English to say it in this context. What's a simpler way to say it?
Expose.
Expose. Okay. Well, yeah, it could be to expose you to and then you can name what it is to expose you to something. 2, we have an expression to come back to haunt you later on, like a ghost.
Scary.
To come back and haunt you. You might say something that you might regret. You might say something or do something or show something that you might regret. And there's been plenty of politicians who have used Facebook or Twitter and done things that they wish they hadn't done, especially if you look at American politics. I won't name specific things because they're disgusting, but you can imagine. A quick hello to, is it Golf? Is that right? Golf Zeza? Is that right? How do I say your name?
Yes, golf.
Where are you from, Golf?
Thailand.
Thailand. Golf?
Yes.
Do you like to play the sport golf?
Yes, I like to play sport.
But do you like to play the sport golf? Because your name is Golf. Maybe you're really a natural golf player. Just curious.
My father might like to play golf.
I can imagine he did. What social networks do you use, Golf?
Facebook.
Just Facebook. Okay, so you like it.
Yes.
What do you like
I
about
like
it the most?
About meet other people.
It's a good way to meet other people. Absolutely. Well,
Yes.
I agree with an earlier comment that it's a great, if you have, I think Fanfo was saying, if you have a purpose in mind, it's really nothing beats it. And I agree with that. For being a teacher, it's a great way to get feedback from all of you because it's just so convenient. That's why I like it. For me personally, though, I don't know. I think privacy is a big issue, and I also think that they're not very honest. They're not as transparent as they could be, and I often feel confused. I am a technical person, and I still get confused about the privacy settings, but that's my opinion. But all in all, I think that it's actually does more good than bad. I want to take a look at the PDF, so let's jump back here to the lesson on page 3. What words of caution? We talked about privacy issues. We talked about the government owning information. That was a point Antonina brought up. Very interesting point. What words of caution could you give a friend who creates an online profile or even who just joins Facebook or Twitter or any of the places we mentioned? Look at the words in the box. Some of them are words which will talk about what to do when you make the profile. Some of them will be about what you're avoiding. So you can actually make a statement. Let me give you a quick example. Well, I think you should be I agree with Fanfo that you should have a purpose in mind. You should have a purpose in mind when you set up your profile, and don't put anything there that does not directly relate to your purpose. Otherwise, it may come back to haunt you. Otherwise, it may come back to haunt you. So you can use the words this way. I'd like to get some feedback here from all of you. Maybe I could start with Jon-Eric, because you've been a little bit quiet. What do you think about this, Jon-Eric? I want you to use one of the set of words like should or because or would, and then talk about what you're avoiding using otherwise or if you don't or anything that you want to use. So give us your opinion, Jon-Eric. Are you there, Jon-Eric? Uh-oh, I don't hear him, so anyone?
Yeah.
Oh, there he is. Okay, there he is.
Advice about what? Because I had a problem with network.
Sorry. Advice about... Can you see the PDF on page 3? Look at the screen. Do you see what words of caution could you give a friend who creates an online profile? Or page 3 in the PDF.
Oh,
why don't you think about it?
Profile,
okay? You think about it, and we'll come back to you. So, what advice would you give a friend who wants to create a profile? What would you advise them?
Okay.
Tell them that they should or shouldn't do.
I will.
What do you think? Why don't you think about it for a moment, okay?
Use, for example, you could. What you should? Oh my God.
Jon-Eric, you think about it for a moment, okay? And I'd like to start with someone who has some advice ready to go. But we'll come back. We'll come back to you in just a moment. Go for it.
Who's going first?
Whoever said I'm ready to go. I think it was Fanfo. I'm not sure.
Go first.
Go ahead,
Okay.
Fanfo.
Okay, Fanfo. Okay.
Go ahead, Fanfo. You're first.
Okay. I'm giving an advice for a friend.
Yes.
I can say, if you want to create an online profile, you could state your real name if you would like to, because you can't trust people who are online.
Oh, I lost the sound. I'm sorry, Fanfo. I lost the sound for a moment. Could you repeat that?
Okay, I'll repeat. Yes, if you want to create an online profile, you could choose to state your real name on the personal status if you would like to, because usually people don't expose their personal information. If you don't,
if you don't, what will happen? Or what might happen?
It might. Nothing will happen.
Okay. If you don't, perhaps nothing will happen. So the way you should use those words is something like this. You should, for example, you should only put the photos that are related to your activity. Let's say you're a teacher, so you should only put teaching photos there, because if you don't, people might find out more about you than you want them to. If you don't, people might find out more about you than you want them to. So that's how we're going to set up the advice in this section, okay? And your other words you can use, but you can use the ones in the box to help you. Antonina, what would you say? What would your advice be?
I have just one advice, and it's the one that I mentioned before. Don't post anything that can come back to haunt you.
Don't post anything that can come back to haunt you. Okay.
I think it's a very important issue, especially in Russia, when, for example, when I was looking for a job, my potential employers actually were searching information for me online, and it would be very uncomfortable if they would find something
yeah, absolutely.
Party photos or something like that.
Absolutely. Depending on what the photos are, it could be very uncomfortable. Absolutely. Okay, so that's good advice.
Can I go next?
Please, go ahead.
Okay. I have many advice. One, put a hard password for your account, and never tell anyone about your account email.
Never tell anyone about your email account. What do you mean?
Yes.
What do you mean tell them about? You mean tell them what it is, or tell them the password? What do you mean?
No, actually, okay, maybe this is not an issue in Facebook. Okay.
You can talk about Facebook or any of them. It doesn't matter. Right now, I just want to hear you use should, because, would, if you don't, otherwise. That's the goal. Just get these words into your everyday speech. That's the main thing.
I think you shouldn't put very personal life. in your Facebook. If you have a fight with your wife, with your mother, you don't put this problem in the Facebook to everyone see this problem. And
yeah, because otherwise, what will happen? Because otherwise, if you put it there,
yeah, they make fun of you, make fun of your wife. If they see your wife, you got fight yesterday, like
okay,
that.
so
Everybody
it could be an issue of humiliation.
Yes, humiliation. And
Absolutely.
the wife come to you, why you put our issue there, and get fight, and this small issue become a big issue.
Yeah, it can blow up, as we said.
Yes.
It can blow up quickly. Okay, sounds like good advice. So, if I understand you correctly, let's summarize what he said. You should keep personal things personal, because otherwise it could become something humiliating for the people involved, and in fact, it could blow up a little issue into a very big issue. So I'm using should and otherwise in this particular case, but you can use other language too, as long as it follows this pattern about contrasting your ideas. That's really what we're looking at here. Hang on a second. I'm going to try to move this forward. By the way, make sure your microphones are off because I'm getting a lot of background noise. Okay, so on this fourth page, how can you vary your advice? How can you vary your advice? I want you to say one of these sentences, and I want you to use different kinds of modal verbs. I don't want anyone to repeat the same thing that the last person said. Okay? And if you're just joining us for the first time, the link is on the main page of Verbling in live classes. You can download it or open it in a new window. So why don't we start here with who hasn't really spoken too much. Let's go back to Alex. Can I can't see you anymore. Are you there, Alex?
Yes.
Hey. Okay, so try the first one, and whatever you say, you're going to be the only one who uses that advice. You're using modal verbs or expressions. So do the first one for us. You what? Extremely careful.
You must be extremely careful.
You must be extremely careful. Good enough. It's fine. It's fine. Good. Amar, next one. Don't use must.
You should hide your personal information.
Excellent. You must be extremely careful, and you should hide your personal information from public view. We've got Andrew joining us. I don't know if you've been following the class, Andrew, but if you have, you could try to do the third one without using must and without using should. You want to join, Andrew? I don't hear you, Andrew. Hey, okay, great.
Hey, I'm here, yeah. I'm joined, but I can't understand what the task
no problem. Just download the PDF from Verbling live classes and go to today's class and follow along on the PDF. You can see where we are because it's on screen on the fourth page. And watch for now, and we'll come back to you. Okay? So Antonina, and if you need the link, Andrew, it's in the Verbling chat window on the right side. Altair just posted the link for us. Okay? So let's go back to Antonina. Try the third one. Without should and without must.
You need to screen the photos that you upload.
Fantastic. You need to screen the photos you upload. Fanfo, the fourth.
Yes, here we have a might, auxiliary verb. We can't use two auxiliary verbs.
No, we cannot.
Like you can, might.
We cannot.
Yeah.
So, what can we put in that space?
Verb to be. You are. No.
Not our might. No, it doesn't work. This is.
Okay, adverb.
Adverb. Yeah.
You absolutely might consider using an avatar instead of a real photo.
Great idea, but wrong word. Almost. We can't use absolutely with might, because might means we're not 100% certain, and absolutely means we are 100% certain. So it's got to be another word that's not so certain. Good idea, but wrong adverb. Try again, Fanfo. Can you think of something else?
No, not
Going
really.
once? Going twice? Leandro, help her out. What can we put in there besides absolutely? Right idea, but wrong adverb.
Oh, teacher, I don't know. Sorry.
Uh-oh. Anyone know?
Yeah, I
Anyone
got
know?
one. You
What?
surely might consider using an avatar instead of a real photo.
Okay, it's okay. It's not bad. You surely might. I would use a more common one like you really might. It's a little bit more common to say really, but surely
Yes.
works as well. It works. It's good. Okay, so you really might or you surely might. But again, only because really is like adds emphasis. And surely means to be sure. And here might is not to be sure. It's almost the opposite. It means that we're really just giving advice, and it's our advice, and we're not 100% sure, but it's our idea. So I think that sure is not the best choice, but it definitely fits. It's definitely an adverb. Okay, so good job. Okay, we're on the fourth one, and Leandro, redeem yourself, Leandro. We're on the 1, 2, 3, 4, fifth one, Leandro. And you cannot use must, you cannot use should, you cannot use need to.
I suppose it's you have to limit your connection to people you know well, yeah?
Fantastic, excellent. You have to limit your connections to people you know well. We're on to, Laura. We're on to Laura on the second to last, Laura. You cannot use have to, you cannot use must, you cannot use should, you cannot use need to. What else? What can you say?
You should set your privacy level in the setting.
Uh-oh, you can't use should. It was already used.
Ah, you shouldn't.
You shouldn't set your privacy levels in the
yes.
settings? You shouldn't? I think you should. So here you got to change. You got to change words because we already used should twice. Look at Alexandra's suggestion. Alexandra's got a great idea. Laura, look at Alexandra's suggestion in the chat window.
Out, but I don't know this word.
Well, you know it now. You ought to.
Yes.
You ought to. So say the sentence with ought to, and you got it. Ought to means should. It's the same, almost the same. Say the whole sentence for us, Laura.
You ought set your
You ought to set. You ought
privacy
to
level.
set.
You ought to set your privacy level in the setting.
You ought to set your privacy levels in the settings. So ought to and should are almost the same, but ought to is more of a personal opinion. In other words, it's not quite as strong as should, and should is not quite as strong as have to. So there's a kind of a scale from more certain to less certain or stronger to weaker. Ought to is probably the weakest of the group. It's really a personal opinion, and other people might disagree. I think you ought to set your privacy settings, but other people might disagree. Whereas if I say you should, there's really a clear reason why you should. So they're a bit different. Okay, and the last one is for Minnie. You cannot use ought to, you cannot use have to, you cannot use must, you cannot use should, you cannot use needs to. What can you say?
Cool.
I cannot say anything.
You can't say anything.
Maybe I can say could.
You can say could, but that doesn't really make sense in this context.
Enough strong.
Here's an idea. Take have to, put it in the past, and then maybe you can see what's missing. What's the past of have?
Had.
Had.
Okay, we got an expression that only works with had. Had something, be wary of. What's the missing word? Had. Anyone know?
Had better.
Fantastic. That's it. Say the whole thing for us. Minnie, say the whole sentence for us.
Okay, you had better beware of scams.
Be wary of scams.
Wary of scams.
Okay, everyone, take a look at the vocabulary box, and you can see all of the modal verbs we used. Go for it. What's the question?
The meaning of a scams? Is it viruses?
The meaning of scams. Can anyone give her an example of scams? It's always good to look at examples. What's an example?
Fraud.
Scam is a person who wants to harm you in some way. For example, steal your credit card numbers and use it for some bad purposes.
Okay, good. But is it for people?
Well, it can only be for
a scam.
Probably.
Yeah. So a scam is the situation. A person who does the scam can be called a scammer, or a crook, or a thief, or a confidence trickster. But the situation, the thing they do is the scam. Well, I like hackers, so I wouldn't say that. But maybe you're right. But anyway, a scam means, who was speaking? It was Antonina, right? Antonina, scam means basically to deceive, right?
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah, okay. Basically something like to deceive. Usually it deceives through some kind of elaborate situation, like not just a simple lie, but a kind of complex. I want to go on to our speaking task at the end of this lesson. So right now on your screen you should see, convince your friend, let me go back to my page. Okay, convince your friend to think again about his or her decision. Whoops, can you see the beginning? Oh yes, I'm sorry, I forgot to tell you the situation. The situation is, you have a friend that met someone online, and that friend has decided that they're going to meet the person in real life. So they've been speaking to each other for 3 months, and now they're going to, the person is saying, let's meet face to face, right? So you have to convince the person that this is a bad idea, and the other person is the person who wants to meet this person online, the new online friend, is absolutely dead set on meeting the person face to face. You have to talk them out of it by giving advice using must, should, need to, really have to, ought to, had better, any of those things that we already talked about. Okay. So, Leandro, are you there, Leandro?
What?
Are you there?
Yeah.
Excellent. You met a person online. You've been speaking to this person for 3 months. Actually, no, it's got to be a girl because it's too easy with guys. It's got to be someone who would feel vulnerable. Antonina, you're our person who's you met Leandro online. You think, Leandro's okay, but we don't know what he's really like. Everyone else in the group, everyone else is going to try to talk you out of it. So you have to give us a reason, right? And we all have to give you advice. We all have to give you advice and try to convince you not to do it. Okay. So why don't we read through the conversation just so we can see how this works? So, Antonina, read. Wait, let's pick 2 people. So, Leandro, why don't you read for the entire class? And Antonina, why don't you read for you? Okay, so Leandro, start us off.
Oh, you really should not meet them outdoors.
But we've always met indoors online.
If you go, then bring a friend.
But if I had friends, I wouldn't need to meet someone online.
I guess you have got nothing to lose then.
Yeah, if you got no friends, you got nothing to lose. Who cares what happens to you? Okay, here we go. So, Antonina, you're gonna try to convince us, and we're gonna try to convince you not to go. Okay? So, whenever you're ready, give us your first reason.
Should I give a reason first?
Yeah, you start us off.
Okay, there is Leandro. I've chatted with him for 3 months. I really want to meet him because he seems like such a nice person, and I really like his photos.
Okay. Alex, you're first up. Convince her not to go. Give her a would, should, must, need to, ought to reason not to go.
Oh, Antonina, I'm very private. I don't know. I'm insecure.
Wait a second. Who's talking? Is that Alex?
No, it's Leandro.
Wait, Leandro.
I think he don't want to meet me.
Leandro, you have to shut up. We're the ones.
Sorry.
You are more lucky than you realize that Antonina is even interested. So just keep your mouth shut. Alex.
So
you're up.
yeah, Antonina, don't go to meet him because he might be someone. Maybe he hides something behind his profile. Maybe he's
Okay,
not. Yeah.
I want you to use those modal verbs to give advice. So good idea, but I want you to say it with a would, should, or could.
I wouldn't. I would rather not go to meet him if I were you.
Because?
Because.
I would rather because?
Because he might be a cheater or somebody.
Yeah, maybe he's a scammer.
Yeah. Maybe.
Because he is too suspicious person.
Yeah.
Look at Leandro. Look how suspicious he looks. He looks pretty suspicious. Okay, Antonina, what do you respond to that, Antonina?
Oh, I don't know. He has loads of photos and he has a lot of friends on Facebook, and he seems like pretty nice person, and I think like I can trust him. He has a lot of info about.
Okay, so he seems. let me cut you off there. So he seems nice. He seems nice and he seems trustworthy. Good. He seems nice and he seems trustworthy. Okay, so Alex, not Alex. I'm sorry. It was I can't see your names. Andrew. Andrew, this is your chance to shine. You got to give her advice. She says he seems nice and trustworthy. You're smarter than that. You know she's going to get herself into trouble. What advice would you give her not to go?
You know, Antonina, I would just say one thing, that appearances are deceptive. You know what it means?
Appearances are deceiving. Andrew, appearances are deceiving.
I don't know. According to British Oxford Dictionary, appearances are deceptive. Perhaps perhaps I'm wrong. Yeah.
Okay, but I'm American, so we say appearances are deceiving. Okay, that's how we say it in the U.S. Okay, what do you think? What do you think? This is your chance, Antonina.
Well, I know that, but I also know that he has 3 dogs, and people who like dogs can't be bad people. Obviously.
Maybe he eats dogs, Antonina. You don't know. Maybe he likes dogs for dinner.
John, do you have dogs?
Oh my God!
No, I don't have dogs. I hate dogs. Dogs.
So you are not nice.
No, I have a cat. And the cat isn't very nice either.
But he also have dogs.
All right. Well, Antonina, I think we're going to leave it up to you whether you meet him or not. But Leandro, you have met someone online who says that you're going to make a lot of money and they want to meet you face to face to talk about it. You've been talking to this person for 3 months on Facebook, and they say, I have a business opportunity for you. Why do you think it's a good idea to go, Leandro?
Oh, I think I have much money, and it's the best to go to a theater.
Okay,
I like to go to see.
So you don't know what you're going to get until you try, right? It's worth the risk. It's worth the risk, we could say.
Yes.
Okay, great. Someone talk him out of it. Fanfo, talk him out of it. What should he do in your opinion? What should he do? Or what could he do? Or what does he have to do? Or what had he better do? Talk him out of it, Fanfo.
About the business meeting?
Yeah.
Yes. He could go.
Uh-huh.
Mm,
He could go, but what? Should he be
but
careful?
no, he could go, but he should, how to say this, bear the consequences.
He should think through. He should think through
Yes.
what he's doing. So if you think through the situation, you're thinking about the consequences. He should really think through his decision. Maybe, right? So, Fanfo,
Yeah.
say that again,
About it.
but use one of those modal verbs that we put in the chat window. Like had better. How would you say that with had better? Take a look at the modal verbs in the chat window. I can post them again for you, because everyone needs to make a big effort to use these, because these are the ones that we're practicing. I just posted them again. Try it with had better. What do you think, Fanfo? How would you say that with had better?
I know the meaning of had better, but I don't have the idea to structure the sentence.
Okay, no problem, no problem. Help her out, somebody. Let's take her idea, but rephrase it using had better. Who wants to try? Help her out. Okay, I elect you, Antonina. Help her out. Take what she said and rephrase it with had better.
Could you repeat again her sentence?
I don't know. What did you say, Fanfo?
I said he could go to the that business meeting, but he can think of the consequences of his
right.
action.
He should think through his decision. Right.
Yes.
He should really think through his
Okay.
decision.
You shouldn't make any quick judgments. You need to go through the details really carefully.
And you had better do what, Antonina? You had better.
You had better to.
Not to. You had better without to.
Think it through.
That's
before
excellent.
Signing
You had
anything.
You had better think it through before you sign anything. Fantastic. Leandro, convince her she's wrong.
Yes, but teacher, I don't know. I'm just a beginner. I'm just listening. I don't know how to speak.
You're speaking pretty well right now. For someone who doesn't know how to speak, you sound pretty good right now.
Yes, but I don't think in the correct words to.
Oh, but
I
I'll correct you. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I'll correct you. Give us an idea if you want, or if you want, say pass, and we'll let someone else give it a try if you're not sure. So, does anyone else want to be in the hot seat here? What about you? Who hasn't? So, Minnie, are you there, Minnie?
Yes, I am here.
Hey, why don't you try it? We're trying to talk you out of going to this business meeting, all right? And so, Antonina, who just left, come back, Antonina. Don't go away. Antonina said you had better think through your decision before you sign anything. Antonina's back. Okay, I was worried.
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, so Mina, convince her that she's wrong and that you really should go and you should sign everything.
No, that is ridiculous.
Yeah, but that's what you think.
Okay. Maybe you should go to lawyer.
You want to go. Remember, you want to go. You're the one who wants to go. You're taking over for Leandro. So you want to go to this meeting.
If I were her, I would go to meeting first.
Wait, you are her. You're the one going now. We changed roles. So I want to go to the meeting first, and then what?
I want to go to meeting first, and I should meet him.
Right?
Then I had better think through one more time. Then I can decide that whatever I want.
Okay, good. So in other words, you want to go and meet him and then decide. You want to go and meet him and then decide. Okay? Sounds good. Sounds good. Who can talk her out of that? Who can talk her out of that? Maybe Laura. What would you say to convince her not to go?
Not go, just be. Oh, actually, I don't know.
No problem. what you should do is pick a random modal verb. It doesn't matter what you use. And any reason you have will still sound good. So, for example, good. Yes, should. Good.
You should be careful with a new person and just check documents if you have deal with.
Good idea. Good idea. You should check their documents at least. So, does that sound like a good idea, Minnie?
Yes, actually, that is a really good idea. Maybe I should go to lawyer to check those information.
Maybe I should go to a lawyer, right?
A lawyer, yeah.
Maybe you should go to a lawyer. Lawyer or liar? Sorry.
Lawyer.
Oh, okay. Okay, a lawyer. Because a lot of lawyers are liars. That's why I wasn't sure what you were saying.
Yes, you are right. Even though they are liars, we should go because they know.
We have to take a. I'm sorry. We have to take a break and look at her cat. Sorry. Could you hold that up again? Okay. Wow, that's an amazing cat. Wow, that's an amazing cat. You know what? You are my new favorite student. What's your cat's name?
It's Epic from Epic Fail.
Epic? Really?
Yes.
Epic? Can you hold it? Can you hold him up again?
Yes.
Wow. Look at the eyes. Wow. I have a cat too, but he's not going to cooperate. So, unfortunately, I can't show you my cat. But next time.
Maybe.
Well, listen, everyone. Before we go, two things. One, you can give me feedback about the class using the feedback button underneath the screen later on. Let me know what you liked. Let me know if there's something you want to change. Also, on the left side of the screen is my Facebook, so you can stay in touch with me there. Give me suggestions for classes you'd like to take in the future or topics. Before we go, let's do a quick reflection. What was new in this class for you? What was new or useful that you learned? Anyone can talk.
Yes.
Otherwise I'm going to think nothing is useful.
I have one.
Go for it.
The thing that the scale of have to, should. And,
yeah, that's a good point.
The third one is.
Exactly. You can look at it as a. Right. You can look at it as a scale between maybe more certain and less certain, or stronger and weaker. So, have to is kind of like must is very strong. It's authoritative. Have to is kind of in the middle, neutral. Should starts to be like our opinion. Ought to is a very subjective opinion. Other people might really disagree. What would be a good idea is to make a little scale for yourself, like draw like a little rainbow like this, and on one side you've got the must words and the expressions. On the other side you've got the ought to words and expression. It would be a good way to take notes. I actually have something like this I could share with you. So if you remind me on my... Yeah, left to right or right to left, doesn't matter. I have a chart like this, so if you go to my Facebook page and remind me, I'll give you a copy of it. It's something that I've been creating just to kind of keep everything clearly in mind. So that might be a good idea. Okay, I agree. Also, had better is new for a lot of people, right? So that's another one that you don't often hear. All right, well, we have to go now. The class is over, but as I said, give me some feedback or visit me on Facebook, and I will see you in classes. I've got classes all week, so see you next time, everyone.
Thank you, teacher.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye.